I want to talk about the VA home inspection and the VA appraisal, and sometimes how they are confused as the same thing. So we've got two separate things going on here. When you're getting a home loan, all lenders, we will require that you get an appraisal for the home because we won't lend you more money than the house is worth. Now, you're not required to get a home inspection, but most realtors, I always recommend getting them. Most people will recommend that you want to get a home inspection. However, it's not required as part of your loan, so you don't have to do that. All that aside, let's look at the VA home appraisal because there are some inspection aspects to it. Now, it's not a complete inspection that you would get when you purchase one out from a third party. The VA appraiser is certified to do VA appraisals, and they're just looking for different things that they're not looking for in different loan products or loan types. So they're going to be looking at the house a little bit differently. Some of the things that they like to note or look at are the roof. They want to make sure that it's in good condition. Now, they're not going to climb up on the roof and do a full deep inspection, but if there's something obvious with the roof, they'll make note of that. And as they're going through the house, they're going to make note of anything that could be wrong. And what are they looking at exactly? So they're looking at the roof. They're going to be looking at the siding, the gutters outside of the house. If there's any chipped paint, missing siding, gutters that are hanging off, things that could potentially expose the house to some future damage, those are going to be an issue. They'll make note of that. Then inside the home, they're going to be looking at the floor and the walls. Everything has to have floor and wall covering. So you can't have exposed subfloor. You can't have missing drywall with a bunch of 2x4s and wires just hanging out. Then they're going to be looking at windows, doors, and decks. If there's missing windows or windows that are severely broken, that's going to be a problem. Missing doors. I've had one where there was a deck just completely missing. So all of those items need to be addressed. Now, an unfinished basement, that's not really an issue. But the real living area of a home needs to be in good livable condition because VA loans are only for primary residence. So we know that the borrower, our veteran or service member, is going to be living in the home, potentially with their family, so the home needs to be in good condition. The language within the VA handbook is that it needs to be safe, structurally sound, and sanitary. So all of those things looked at, they'll make note of them within the appraisal. They'll issue the appraisal. And with that issue of the appraisal, we could have a problem that needs to be addressed before we can actually close on the house. If there's anything notated in there that needs to be fixed, we will have to do that. Depending on the situation, if you're doing a refinance, the current owner will have to fix it. If you are doing a purchase, then still the current owner would have to fix it. Then what we do is we do a 1004D where we order that. It's basically just a form. We have the appraiser come back out to the location. They look at everything, make sure it was fixed, and then they reissue the appraisal saying that all that stuff has been addressed. You can also do a self-certification depending on the circumstance. It's basically you download this app onto your phone. It's got a geolocation tracker in it, so you take pictures of the work that has been done, and then it certifies that everything has been done and fixed that they found. One thing that I didn't note was also one of the safety things that I've seen before, and that is handrails on stairs of 2 or more steps. And it's dynamic, right? So these things are changing over time as we get new codes and updated safety things from city and state, things like that. So it's changing, but those are the main things that we're looking at. It needs to be safe, sound, and sanitary. So if you got any questions about that, please let me know. Hopefully that clears up some things. I'm always open and available for a conversation. Put anything in the comments below. Also, like and follow for more mortgage tips.